everyone? Vinnie with the Enriquez Group out here in sunny San Diego. Now, there are so many myths when it comes to real estate. The myth that you need more than 20% to purchase a property. The myth that you can't buy a fixer or a property that needs a little work using a VA loan or a FHA loan. There's so many myths out there. But today we really want to focus on the idea that you can't sell your property remotely. Okay, so we have a couple steps to walk you through how to sell your property. All right, so step one, pricing. It might be one of the more important items on here. All right, now any property will sell. It's just a matter of how much it will sell for, and are you gonna net the most money possible? All right, so when you're pricing a property, most people are thinking Zestimates, Realtor.com, Redfin estimates. Now, those can be good. Don't get me wrong, those can be good. Yet, if all properties are fairly comparable, if they're all upgraded, if they're all new, similar conditions, similar layout, yet for the majority of people listening right now, that's not the case. So you really want to factor in, how does your upgrades compare to the neighbor next door? Or how does your square footage compare to the person that sold maybe a block away? Or what about the lot size of the property? Any views of the property? Really factoring in those property is going to make a difference in the pricing of the property. Second step is first impressions. First impressions are huge. First impressions when you meet a person, go to a property, first impressions are huge, okay? Now, majority of people that are buying a property to live in are gonna know in the first 5 to 10 seconds of walking to the property if that property is for them. They buy off emotions, all right? Now, how do you make a good first impression? Well, the two biggest things are gonna be repairs, upgrades, okay? Now, if you don't have a handyman, a contractor, Yelp's a good platform to find someone. We can help you out, find you a good handyman. Feel free to reach out to myself or our team. Now, once you get that taken care of, maybe you're gonna do repairs, maybe you're gonna do upgrades. Staging is gonna be the second thing that you really wanna focus on, okay? Now you can do an actual stager that goes to the property, puts the furniture in the property, or you can get a virtual stager, okay? Now, Box Brownie is a virtual stager that we use on our team. It'll make life really easy. You kind of describe what you want in the property and they'll take care of the rest. Step three, all right, professional photos. Yes, phones today can take fantastic pictures. Yet the difference between professional photos compared to photos you take of your phone, drastically different, okay? Now taking it to the next step, 3D tours. 3D tours, if you haven't seen 3D tours, they make life so much easier. People can purchase properties, take a look at properties without actually being in the properties. The 3D tours are fantastic. It feels like you're in the property right there. So if you can spend the little extra money right there that it would take to get the 3D tour, I would suggest going for it. Step four, actively market the property. All right. Now you have the pictures, the property looks good now. So you have to actively market the property. Now there's a saying, neighbors like picking their new neighbors. So talk to the tenants, ask them if they know any of their family or friends that have thought about buying in the area, okay? Maybe talk to some friends out there and see if they have anyone that wants to make it a permanent stay, all right? So you wanna actively prospect to that community because that's gonna probably be the easiest way to find your next buyer for it. Now, if you have a realtor that's working for you, maybe he can send out flyers for you. He can call the community. He can door knock the community, okay? You just wanna make sure as many eyes as possible is on this property and they know that this property is for sale. Okay, step 5 is showings. You got a beautiful property, people want to see the property, now you got to get them inside the property. All right, now if you have a family, friend, someone that can give access to the people getting to the property, that's one way. Lock boxes, okay, you can have the combo lockbox or a century lockbox if you're working with a realtor. Now, one thing to be very careful about for the showings is scammers out there. Now there's people out there that will put your property on like Craigslist and those platforms for rent. They'll get people enticed to go in there and then get the security deposit out of it. So be very careful if you're selling your property remotely, all right, that to check up on it, maybe every couple of days, once a week, whatever it might be, just to make sure that there's not a scam going on with your property. Step 6, okay, looking over the offers. Now, you're getting showings on the property, people are putting offers on the property. When you get those offers coming through, you really want your realtor or an attorney, okay, if you don't have a realtor, to really look over the offers and break down what you're gonna net on each offer. There's things that can be hidden in there, like contingency time frames, credits to the buyer. So really go over those in detail to really see what's the pros and cons of each offer. Sometimes you can get a cash offer that's going to be a 7-day close, but then you get a loan type that might be a 25-day close, but it's going to net you another $20,000 more. So really dive deeper into those offers. And when you dive deeper into those offers, you can send out counter offers. It can be a singular counter or a multiple counter. Get the feedback from the person you're working with to give you, okay, we should counter on this. We should ask for our own escrow company. We should ask for our own title company. We're going to reduce their time frames a little bit. Okay, you really want to dive deeper in those offers. The one thing with California is they really protect the buyers when they're in contract. And for the sellers right there, you want to protect yourself before you get into contract, okay? All right, so step 7 is all about escrow. And there's a couple things that are going to happen during this step. All right, for the selling side, all right, you're going to put together a lot of disclosures, okay? These disclosures, you're going to want your attorney or your realtor to help you out, put this stuff together, help you fill these stuff out, because this is very important. It protects you later on. So after this closes, the buyer can't say they weren't aware of X, Y, and Z. Okay, now on the buying side of it, they're gonna be doing their investigation, their inspections, looking over disclosures, doing their due diligence on the property. All right, now during the inspection, no property's perfect. You just wanna make sure that property is perfect for the buyer, yet there's still gonna be things that are gonna pop up. That becomes a second negotiation to say, okay, we'll take care of this repair, that repair, do that kind of credit, whatever it might be. And as long as everyone's on board with that, then it's clear sailing. If you can't come to an agreement, they can always back out, okay, based off of how the contract was written. Now, on the appraisal aspect of it, now if the property is a cash purchase, there might not be an appraisal done, right? Now, if there is a loan on the property, there's gonna be an appraisal on it. Now, with that appraisal, the appraiser is gonna assess to make sure the property is livable based off the standards of the loan type. Okay, VA, FHA, conventional have different kind of standards on the livability. Okay, how a house to kind of fit in that threshold. Also, too, they want to make sure the value is there for the purchase on the property, so the purchase matches up to what the property is worth. Okay, now maybe if that comes in less, then the property might have to come down in pricing, or the buyer can back out. Okay, so you really want someone to kind of walk you through, either your attorney or your realtor, to kind of help you with that process to make sure that the property comes in with the right appraisal, but also too that the inspection comes out good and you guys can agree to those terms. Step 8, congratulations, all right? You're at the end of the line, all contingencies are signed off, the docs have been signed, funding is about to happen. Now you want to make sure that utility is transferred over, that the buyer is going to have access to the keys, and that most importantly, escrow knows where to send you your net proceeds. You want to get paid for all your hard work. Now, hopefully all these steps help you out in the process to sell your property out here in San Diego. Yet if you need any help, have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or my team. We'd love to be a resource for you out here in San Diego.